a better connect.
Was that
At some
Rosie?
point,
Was that Desiree
at some
Perez's
point,
husband?
listen, when we fell out, at some point, I guess they ran into some major connect, right? When I say this is how it all folds down. They run into some major connect. And at that time, here we are, we talking about 95, 96, 95, because this is when I quit. I quit in 95. I quit because, like I said, I got a gut feeling. And I quit because they had shit out of order. Emory had shit way out of control.
Doing too much, too many people.
He was doing too much. Too many people, anybody. All the rules are broken. And that right there, a red light go off in my head. Like, nah, this shit ain't gonna be work. And plus, I couldn't get the same money no more. Because these dudes are bringing, like, if the prices are so low, you like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? So I couldn't get no money no more. So the best thing it was going to be doing was, the conversation was either get rid of them guys to keep my business flowing, or just leave it alone. And my choices was always going to be, yo, I leave it alone. I've been getting money. I know how to get money. So I let that go. I let Cambridge go. I packed my cash up and left. And when I left in 95, 3 years later, here come this case.
And that was the one that Emory ended up doing time.
Exactly.
So we want to, there's so much we can do. Let's just end, give us a little intro into that.
So that's when the case starts.
So you're up in New York doing legal stuff.
No, I packed up and moved down south.
And you're chilling, or what were you doing? What were you trying to? Did you have a business, or what were you trying to do?
Actually, no. Actually, I'll be keeping 100. Actually, what I was doing down in Cambridge and Eastern Shore, it was 10 times better in North Carolina.
Mm.
It was 10 times better in North Carolina, but I wasn't as loud. I learned not to have a lot of crowd. I didn't need a crowd. I didn't need a crew. I done it. I was doing it secretly. That's the thing that, I felt like I'm just blessed, because before the feds picked me up, if they would have just watched for 1 second, they'd have been on to something new.
But they were grabbing you for the old stuff, and they didn't sit on you. They could have saw what you were doing then.
They should have, yeah. And that wasn't even close to what was going on, what I'd done down there. But long story short, they picked me up 3 years later.
And we'll get in the next parts, because you said you want to really do in depth another time, and this is just an intro. Right. But just for the elephant in the room, and we'll end on this. And it's the same thing. I just interviewed Blue Da Vinci. He's vague. Oh, so-and-so snitched. Okay, but it's sort of vague. What did you even supposedly, like, you went to trial and beat it. Like, what is the snitching? Like,
okay, I'll say this. What was the snitching part?
I mean, I know there wasn't, but where does that even come from? Like,
where did it come from on Jay's side?
Yeah, from saying it, yeah.
From saying that, like, fuck the DeHaven part.
Yeah, for caving, yeah.
Well, that stemmed from the YouTube, actually.
He was just mad.
He was mad. He was angry.
So that wasn't implying you caved on Emory or anything.
Nah, but that was an indirect and, subliminal, where, you got death on you. Like, putting that out there, it could have brought me harm. You understand? Like, really, it really.
No, listen, so people don't know. I put up a post the other day about one of, you might have seen the BMF show. They got B. Mickey, who's based on a real guy. In the show, they have him becoming an informant. Didn't happen in real life. I just put up a post that said that guy didn't snitch. People are bothering him in real life. I met him in the old BMF neighborhood, interviewed him with a bunch of people around. No one, he didn't tell, but because the fictionalized version, people will bother you in real life. People who got nothing to do with it that I guess are groupie. I don't know where that comes from.
Yo,
it's weird.
I mean, it could have got me hurt. It really could have got me hurt. I have had people only online, you know, yo, you a rat type of situation. But when it came to the streets, I believe like a lot of people from in the prisons really protected me in the streets. A lot of people, because a lot of people that was on the inside already knew what was up, already knew what it is. So they was co-signing me out on the street like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it.